Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's get straight to it. You're busy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Work, family, that to-do list that just never seems to end it can feel like there's absolutely zero space left, to actually focus on improving your English conversation skills.
Yeah, that sounds about right for a lot of people.
Well, if that does sound familiar, then you are exactly where you need to be today.
Absolutely. And the common idea, or maybe misconception, is that language learning needs these big, like uninterrupted blocks of study time.
Right. An hour here, an hour there.
Exactly. And when your schedule's already just packed, that idea can feel completely impossible, really.
Yeah, daunting.
But today, we're diving into a Speak Smart Daily episode that kind of challenges that whole idea. It offers some quick strategies to weave English practice right into your everyday life.
Okay, so our goal here is pretty simple. We want to pull out the most effective, time-friendly techniques from that discussion
Mm-hmm.
so that you, listening right now, can actually start making real progress with your English conversation, but without adding another, stressful thing to your already full plate.
We're talking smart, practical ways,
Mhm.
using the time you already have, not finding extra time.
Let's just acknowledge that feeling first, though. Being swamped.
Yeah, it's real. The constant demands,
Yeah.
you've got deadlines at work,
Mhm.
stuff at home, they pull you in like a million directions.
Mhm.
So it's totally understandable how practicing English just slides way down the priority list.
It really does. It often feels like you have to find these big chunks of time,
Mm,
maybe an hour, maybe more, to feel like you're actually doing something worthwhile.
right, like anything less doesn't count.
Exactly. But the core idea, the thing we're really digging into today, is that consistent small moments of practice,
Ah,
they can be incredibly powerful.
yeah, it's fascinating, actually, the potential we can unlock in those, seemingly tiny moments during the day.
Like what sort of moments?
Well, think about it. Your commute, or when you're cooking dinner, even like a few minutes in the shower, or walking the dog.
Right, okay. Little pockets of time.
Exactly. The key is really shifting your perspective, seeing these not as just empty bits of the day, but as actual opportunities for brief but still really effective language practice.
Okay, so that brings us neatly to our first technique, something you could literally start doing, well, right now. Self-talk.
Self-talk, yeah.
It's basically just talking to yourself in English. Could be out loud, could be just inside your head.
The beauty of it is just how accessible it is, right? You don't need anyone else. You don't need any special stuff.
Nope.
You're essentially just turning your inner monologue, that voice already in your head, into your own personal English practice session. And this practice, even if it's silent, it gets the language parts of your brain working.
How so?
Well, it reinforces vocabulary and grammar structures more actively than just, say, reading or listening passively. You're producing the language.
Okay, I see. Think about those little internal chats you already have, like when you're brushing your teeth in the morning.
Hmm.
Instead of just thinking about your day, try actually saying it or thinking it in English. Okay, today I have that presentation. Or, I must remember to pick up some eggs.
Exactly that. Or you can start narrating your actions while you do them. I am now making coffee. I think I'll wear this green shirt today. Where did I put my phone? I need to leave in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I do that one a lot.
These simple sentences, they really help stick the vocabulary and grammar in a real-world context.
And the brilliant part is you're doing this while you're already doing something else.
Right.
It's a way to practice your grammar, boost your vocab, even work on fluency,
Hmm.
all while you're just, going about your normal routine.
It's super efficient.
Yeah.
A total win, really.
Okay, so the next technique kind of builds on that idea of small, regular efforts, using daily prompts.
Daily prompts, yeah. This just means answering a question in English each day, maybe first thing in the morning, or perhaps just before you go to sleep.
And why is that effective?
Well, answering these prompts daily, even if it's super brief, it uses a kind of spaced repetition, that learning technique.
Ah, right. Good for memory.
Exactly. Highly effective for getting things to stick in your memory.
The Speak Smart Daily episode had some really good examples of these prompts, like, what did I accomplish today?
Hmm. Simple way to reflect and practice your past tense.
Or, what is one thing I'm looking forward to?
Yeah, that gets you thinking about the future, expressing hopes or plans. Good practice there.
Then there was, what are my plans for the weekend? Again, future tense, talking about your own life.
And some more direct ones too, like, how would I describe the weather today? which is just practical, builds descriptive words.
And finally, what is something new I learned recently?
Right. And that could be absolutely anything. A new fact, a skill you picked up, even just a new English word or phrase. The important bit is the act of saying it, articulating it in English.
And the suggestion was just to speak your answer for about a minute each day. Just 1 minute.
Doesn't sound like much, does it?
No, but I guess you have to imagine the cumulative effect, that consistent, focused practice adding up.
That's it. That regularity, even in tiny doses, it really solidifies the learning, and importantly, it builds your confidence over time.
Hmm.
It's all about setting up that daily habit of actively using the language.
Okay, now let's shift gears slightly. A technique that's maybe a bit more focused on your actual speaking presence? The mirror method.
Ah, yes, the mirror method. This one's really designed to help boost your confidence and even work on your kind of nonverbal communication when you're speaking English.
So how does it work?
It's pretty straightforward, actually. You just stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eye, and then you speak in English.
Okay.
It's perfectly normal if it feels a little weird at first.
Yeah, I can imagine it feeling a bit strange, like you're performing for yourself or something.
Totally. But the person behind this on Speak Smart Daily really stressed how powerful it is for getting comfortable with the sound of your own voice speaking English.
Okay, but some people might feel really silly doing that, talking to a mirror. How do you get past that initial awkwardness?
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Um, One way is to think of it as your own private rehearsal space.
Right.
Nobody else is watching. There's zero pressure to be perfect.
Right. No audience.
Just think of it like an experiment. You're just exploring how the words feel coming out, how you look when you say them. Also, maybe start really small. Just short phrases or sentences. That can make it feel less intimidating.
That makes sense. So what kind of things should you actually practice in the mirror?
Ah, this is where it gets really useful. Think about situations coming up where you'll need to speak English. Got an interview?
Okay.
Practice your introduction. Hello, my name is Yad.
Mm.
Going traveling.
Yeah.
Or asking for directions. Or ordering coffee. Even
Yeah.
practicing a phone call you need to make in English later that day.
I see. So real life scenarios.
Exactly. What's really interesting is how it forces you to face any, self-consciousness you might have about speaking. By looking yourself in the eye, you build that sense of direct communication, even though it's just you.
And it's not just the words, is it? You mentioned nonverbal stuff.
Precisely. The mirror lets you see your facial expressions, your body language. Are you making eye contact? Do you look, confident,
Mm-hmm.
approachable?
Right.
Those nonverbal cues are a huge part of communicating effectively.
Okay, another really useful and definitely time-efficient method from the source material involves using voice notes and recordings.
Ah, yeah, using your phone.
Right. Most of us have smartphones with a voice recorder. The idea is to record yourself speaking English for maybe just a minute or so each day.
And the real magic happens when you actually listen back to those recordings.
Okay, why?
Well, it gives you this fantastic chance for self-assessment. You can actively listen for, say, grammar mistakes you keep making, or spot pronunciation problems, or notice where you hesitated, or, couldn't find the word.
It's like your own personal feedback loop.
Exactly that.
It can be a bit weird hearing your own voice at first, I suppose.
Oh, definitely. But it's such a powerful tool for actually improving. And the Speak Smart Daily episode had a neat little bonus tip, too.
Oh, yeah.
Sharing that voice note, maybe with a friend who's also learning, or a tutor, or a language exchange partner you have.
Oh, okay.
Just asking them, hey, how does this sound,
Yeah.
can give you really valuable outside feedback. Plus, it's motivating.
That's a great idea. Are there specific things people should try and listen for when they play back their own recordings?
Good question. Maybe start simple. Focus on clarity first. Can you understand the words? Is the pronunciation okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe listen for the flow of your sentences. Are there awkward pauses? Are your verb tenses right? And then over time, you can pay attention to things like intonation. Does it sound natural?
Got it. Okay, now for those listeners who are already using language learning apps.
Well, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a way to make them even better for conversation practice. The key insight here was about actively speaking, not just, tapping the right answer on the screen.
Yes. So many popular apps now have voice recognition features or ways to respond with your voice.
Right.
And it's so important to actually use those features. Speak your answers out loud.
How does that help?
It transforms the app from just being a vocab or grammar drill into more of a mini conversation practice tool.
Hmm.
Some apps like ELSA, I think they mentioned, they even give you specific feedback on your pronunciation, like down to the individual sounds.
Okay. The Speak Smart Daily episodes specifically name apps like Duolingo, ALSA, yeah, the pronunciation one, and Hello Talk, which connects you with language partners.
Mm-hmm.
They even suggested using something like WhatsApp voice messages with a language exchange partner.
Fast and easy.
The main point being, these tools you might already have on your phone, they can be really effective for quick speaking practice, but only if you actively use the voice parts.
It just shifts the focus from only recognizing the language to actually producing it yourself. And that's fundamental if you want to get better at conversation.
Okay, our final technique for busy people focuses on grabbing those really short, often overlooked opportunities for what we could call mini conversations on the go.
Yeah, those quick chats.
We're talking maybe just 2, 3 minute interactions you might have during your day with colleagues, classmates, maybe even the barista at the coffee shop.
The great thing about these is they're pretty low stakes, right?
Yeah, not much pressure.
And they happen naturally, just as part of your day. They give you a real-world setting to practice your English.
The Speak Smart Daily source suggested some great, really quick conversation starters for these moments. Simple things like, how's your day going?
Or if you know someone like sports, did you catch the game last night?
Right. Or even just, what's your favorite coffee here when you're ordering?
Exactly. Or a casual, got any fun plans for the weekend?
Easy, everyday questions. But they can lead to these short, valuable little exchanges.
Totally. And the key takeaway is that even these tiny interactions, if you do them regularly, they really build your confidence for longer conversations later.
It takes the practice out of that formal, I must study now mode and just weaves it into your daily life.
And, all of this really leads us back to one crucial overarching idea: the power of consistency.
Right, this came up again and again.
The creators of Speak Smart Daily really hammered this home. Practicing English every single day, even if it's just for short bursts, is way more effective than trying to cram in like a massive study session once a week or something.
It's like a muscle, they said.
Exactly. Language is like a muscle. Use it frequently, even lightly, and it gets stronger over time. Even just 5 minutes a day. Seriously, using one or two of these techniques can lead to noticeable results.
So to really help people put this into action, they issued a 7-day challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to pass that challenge on to you, our listener. For the next week, just try recording yourself answering one simple English question for only 1 minute each day. That's it. 1 minute.
Just 1 minute. And to get you started right away, like today, here's your question for day one. What are 3 things you did today?
Simple as that.
Yeah. Just grab your phone, talk to yourself in English, record it for about a minute, see how it feels. This small, consistent action that's really the core of what we've been talking about.
Making practice manageable, fitting it into your busy life.
Exactly.
So to wrap things up, the main thing to remember is this. Even if you feel incredibly, overwhelmingly busy, you absolutely can practice your English conversation skills effectively.
You can. The techniques we've discussed, self-talk, the daily prompts, using the mirror, voice notes, using apps properly, those mini chats, they're all designed to slot into those little pockets of time that you already have.
And actually, if you are really busy, maybe you're the perfect person to use these strategies.
That's a great point. They're built for efficiency, for impact, acknowledging that reality of a packed schedule.
We really hope you'll take on that challenge, even just starting with that 1-minute recording today. What are 3 things you did today?
Yeah, give it a go.
Experience for yourself how these small, consistent efforts can genuinely lead to real improvements in your English communication.
And maybe just take a moment to think about it. How much could adding just a few of these little daily practices actually add up, say, over the next few weeks or months? What kind of progress could you realistically see in your English just by embracing these time-friendly approaches?
It's a powerful thought to end on, how small steps can lead to big changes over time.